Hello knitters, Faye Lam from Strand Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California. And today I have two classes and some Noro yarn and patterns to talk about. So stay tuned. Okay, so this Sunday from 10 to 12 is the market bag class. Our yarn is in, so the cotton is in, and we've got lots of colors. What we don't have quite yet, it's like somewhere, is like a cream color. White and cream we don't have, but we have a lot of other natural colors, and it's a full section of cotton yarn. And so you can come in anytime now and get your materials for that. So we have two knitted bags and two crocheted bags. So here's one of them. And this is extremely simple. We also have tassels. So the tassels are right there. So you can even buy tassels. And actually you could buy, pick out your tassel and then pick the yarn to match it. But anyway, so we got the tassels. This is just yarn over, knit two together. That's the whole thing, is yarn over, knit two together. Super easy. You start at the bottom. And then you're in a circle, I think. No, you're back and forth. And then you get it into a circle, and then you just start doing that. And it's a very simple bag. Goes pretty quick because it's whole, your bigger needles, it's holey and stuff. So that's one option. Then this bag is the other option, which we still have some of the ribbon yarn, but it could also be done with the cotton yarn. It can be done with a lot of different kinds of things. This is, I don't remember what I call it. It's like market bag. But this is knitted. So again, you're going to knit up the bottom. So you want to have that done before class. So if you're going to do this, you want to do this part. And so you're going to knit up the bottom, and then again, we're going to pick up around and then start the sides. This is a slip stitch pattern, which means it's like you knit 3 or something. 1, 2, 3. I think you knit 4, slip 2, knit 4, slip 2, or something like that. And then, so you do that for 2 rows, and then you have 2 knit rows. So it's a super simple pattern. It's really, really fun to do. This is such a fun bag. And it just looks good no matter what you really use. This is the small version. There is a larger version. This is the small one. Yep. So those are the 2 knitted ones. And then the crochet ones we have is this one, which is basically a 5-sided granny square. So it's a granny square, but it has 5 sides instead of 4. So you get the cool shape. And so that's basic. You basically need to know how to do double crochets, single crochets, just the basic stuff. And you can do this. And then this is a granny square bag. So you do a bunch of granny squares, and then you put them together, crochet them together with the contrast yarn, and do the top, and then you add the bottom too. So this one you knit the squares first, and then we add the bottom in and stuff. So those are choices. There's other bag patterns out there. So if you have another bag that you like better, then you can do that bag too. So anyway, so this Sunday, 10 to 12 is the market bag class. Okay, and then the next class is our sweater class for the month, and it is Sunday, July 6th from 10 to 12. And the sweater I'm highlighting this month is a baby sweater with the little elephants on it. Super cute. But this is just an idea. But doing baby sweaters is also a really good idea for your first sweater because they're just not that as big. There's not much yarn. You get through the hard, the construction parts that you need to learn. You get through them much faster than you do an adult size sweater. So if you're wanting to learn something and you have, well, here's the other thing. See, if you're somebody who is waiting for grandkids, like you have none, but you're hoping we have, there's several of us that have like a grandchild hope chest. Now, don't tell anybody about this. Like, the kids don't know this exists. But as you make baby stuff, you just put it in there. And then when you actually become a grandma, you can start pulling them out, and you don't have to be like this. So that is an option. If you don't have any little ones to knit for right now, you could still do that. So anyways, this is a very great sweater. This is a raglan down cardigan. It has the Fair Isle, which is carrying 2 yarns and changing your yarns out. For the it's called Fair Isle or stranding, and you can see the inside. That's why it's called stranding, because you have yarn that carries behind the work when you're not using it. And so you're going to come to class. Now this, you don't really need to swatch. This you can pretty much just do because it'll fit the baby at some point and then he'll grow out of it at some point. So, so that's the other good thing about a baby garment. The fitting isn't quite as important. And I also tend to have you make things bigger. Like for baby stuff, I almost wouldn't make anything smaller than a 12-month because they get so much stuff for the beginning, the baby part, but around 9 to 12 months, they're running out of stuff. So now they need some new stuff, and then your stuff is there. So if you make it like a 9 to 12 month, then you really don't have to worry about the sizing at all. So that takes all of that out of the equation. Now, I'm also gonna put a bunch of pictures here of the sweaters that we've been highlighting, the tops that we've been highlighting for summer. So they're all here so you know it. They're all in the newsletter, so you can go, oh yeah, I was thinking about doing that one. And that way you can decide, you know, if you haven't decided yet. But here's the thing, you do need to try to swatch it. So if you can get here before Sunday, so you can take it home and swatch it if you gotta get your yarn, that's good. If you absolutely can't, we'll just swatch it in class and we'll figure it out. You're bringing a sweater or a top or a t-shirt, anything that fits the way you want this garment to fit, and you're bringing your pattern. And that's it. And needles, have like a couple sizes of needles on either side. Like if you think you're gonna use a 7, bring a 6, a 7, and an 8 or 9. Just have a range there so that if we need to bump the needle size, we have needles to do that with, okay? So that is not this side, that's July 6th. That's a week from Sunday. July 6th is sweater class, and it's Sunday, July 6th from 10 to 12. Okay, so you know how we had the Hanui wool? So now we have Hanui cotton. So this is a silk, I'm pretty sure it's silk and wool, cotton. No, it's wool and cotton. It's a wool cotton blend, super soft. And right now we have it in 3 colors. We are having trouble getting like the full orders in with shipping and things that are happening. I don't know. But anyways, these are 3 colors. This is a worsted weight yarn. So anything you want to make with this, I mean, it's a worsted, this would go for anything. It's color on color. So there'll be some striping, but it's like color on color kind of striping going on. This is perfect for the Cancun boxy top, which I'll have up here, which is just the 2 rectangles that you can either knit all the stitches, you can do it in stockinette stitches, or you can do with some of the fancy stitches that are on here, which aren't hard stitches. They're easy, or you can just even do a few rows of knit 2 together yarn overs and do a couple rows of those. Anyways, lots of options for that sweater. So the Cancun boxy top is the 2 rectangles. You just make 2 rectangles wider than your body so that the edges sort of fall down on your shoulders, so you have a bit of a cap sleeve, and that's it. It's like pretty simple. So that's in this color. I mean, this is not one of my colors, but this is the prettiest color blue. I mean, it's just a stunning color of blue. And of course, this would be the one I would pick. And then this is like on the darker side. So I don't know if I'd do the Cancun top on this, but there could be a lot of things I would do with this because it, you know, goes for the darker sides. And then the other new one we got in, I'm not even going to try to say the name of this because I'll totally butcher it, but it's one of their new ones. It is a sport DK weight yarn. See if I can say OHAGIKI. I'll put it right here. You try it. So we only got 2 of our skeins. We have, I think, 2 other ones going. And with these, we finally got our spring summer Noro magazine in. And this yarn is, this yarn is actually the cover here, which this is a great version, basically of the Cancun boxy top. Only it's longer and it has a split seam. So like it's got a lot, like, I don't know, 8 inches that split front to back and stuff. So, but this would be really fun to make and super easy to make. The other one in here that I wanted to, because it's so cute and it's crochet, is that one. And that's a very cute top. So if you're a crocheter, this would be a good top. We would have to substitute yarn because we don't have this yarn, but you just look at the weight and we have yarn that easily could substitute for it. And let's see, was there one other thing that I saw in here? Oh, there was one. Oh, here, this one you can see the side of it better. So, let's see, can I see what's happening here? There. So you can see the side. See how the side is definitely split. And then was a little bags. Okay, so there's one with some cables in it, but it's all against the striping yarn, and it just gives it texture. Okay, I mean, if you can wear that, that's pretty good. That's pretty fun. And that wouldn't be too bad because it's got all the holes, so it'll knit up faster than just regular sweater fabric would. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, actually both of these are interesting. So that I find interesting because we often don't put cables. We don't use cables on colorful yarn like this because it doesn't stand out exactly the way, it doesn't stand out. But this one, I think it's just really pretty with the cable and the colors. It gives it texture and it just sort of melds in, but I think it's really, really pretty. And then this one is very interesting. Those are all appliqued on top of your sweater. Now, I'm not suggesting, I mean, one of you might want to do this, but no, I'm not going to be doing it, but it is really pretty. And so you sort of make the leaves, you do the I-cord or the chain or whatever that is, and then you stitch it onto your sweater. Now, you could do this with a bag. You could do this with, I don't know, you could do this like something on a sleeve. I mean, you could sort of take the idea and applique stuff differently on the bottom of a top, like just across the bottom of it. A bag would be pretty great with it. Yeah, that would be pretty fun. So anyway, so you can come in and look at the Noro magazine. We finally have it. So, okay, I think that's it for today, and I hope to see you in the studio real soon. Bye.